Good evening. I'm White Teeth McSerious Face, and welcome to the 6 o'clock news. In response to the severe pressure the British public finds itself under, the UK government has just announced that all citizens are henceforth entitled to just make up the fucking news to suit themselves. In a statement to the public released just after 3 p.m. today, Boris Johnson said, "So am I just allowed to make up the news then?"
Yeah, I think that's literally how it works now, yeah.
In a statement to the public released just after 3 p.m. today, Boris Johnson said he was resigning to spend more time with his family if he can remember where he's left them all. Our top stories tonight. Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt have agreed to reunite as a public service to lift the nation's spirits. A spokeswoman for every woman aged between 31 and 39 said, "I just have no idea why I feel so strongly about these two, but in hindsight, I feel awful for judging my mum so harshly for giving a shit about Charles and Diana." Bras are to be made illegal as humans with tits all over the world realise they are an absolute waste of space. Bras have long been awkward to store, awkward to wash, and frankly, horrific to wear. If they're not cutting into this roly-poly bit here under your arm, they're squeezing your ribs with absolutely no health benefits. After finally noticing that sagging is of absolutely no disadvantage to the human body, the titted percentage of the planet have made a pact to ostracize anyone still choosing to wear milk hammocks. For the first time, scientists have managed to successfully breed 2 cereal mascots. In what's been described as one of the biggest wastes of public money since Milton Keynes, scientists have been attempting to breed Tony the Tiger with the Kellogg's Rooster for what they term shits and giggles. We caught up with the lead scientist on the case who said, "Look, not everyone can be working on coronavirus, so we just thought it seemed like a laugh." Fair enough, scientist man. The final series of Game of Thrones has been officially declared a hoax. The Metropolitan Police raided a warehouse in Soho where writers from the show have been holed up working on their latest project, Global Warming. 8 people have been arrested on suspicion of letting the people down, and the final series has officially been struck from the records. It will be replaced by a new series currently under development from a series of unhatched eggs on Twitter who had been extremely sure they could do better. And our final headline tonight. In an effort to make long evenings in more bearable, the NHS has unveiled a temporary ban on calories counting. Dr. Claire Nurse from the Department for Working Long Hours and Not Enough Pay said, "Look, we know you're stuck in with a lot on your minds, so we think the least we can do is not have you worrying about all those hobnobs you've crammed in your face. Eat them. Eat them all. Stick some Maltesers in there too. Got any wine? Splash it in, babe. Basically, try not to let there be a single moment of the day where you're not eating, because everyone knows if you're not eating, then you're thinking." The calorie deficit will be dealt with by a series of stimulus packages to be introduced by the government over the next few months. The Chancellor has suggested they may be adding extra calories to things like broccoli and cabbage that nobody was eating anyway. And that's it for the headlines. Over to tonight's travel news. Don't. And now for the weather. You're inside, so who cares? And finally in sports. No, he still hasn't called. That's it from us here at News Trip this evening. Please join us again for more headlines whenever we've written them. Fun.